Welcome to another video. So today we have an exponential equation given that x squared is equals to 2 plus x cubic. I'm going to take you through step by step up to the final solution where we're going to find the value of x for this type of equation. So straight away in the solution part, I'm going to start by taking this on the other side so that I have x squared minus x cubic should be equals to 2. Next part, I'm going to take 2 on the other side again so that I have x squared minus x cubic minus 2 should be equals to 0. So guys, if you're watching us for the first time, like this video, subscribe to this channel, turn your notification on, and comment. I know that 2 can be written as 1 plus 1, and also 1 can also be written as 1 squared plus 1 cubic to represent 2. So I'm going to replace this here so that I have x squared minus x cubic minus in bracket 1 squared plus 1 cubic should be equals to 0. Since this and this is equals to this, so this is the same as that. Opening this bracket, I'm going to have x squared minus x cubic minus 1 squared minus 1 cubic is equals to 0. Then I'm going to collect x squared and 1 squared together, and then x cubic and 1 cubic together. And this, I can factor out negative 1, and then it changes to x squared minus 1 squared, and then minus 1 in bracket x cubic plus 1 cubic is equals to 0. I'm just writing them in terms of cubes and squares. Recall that you really have a squared minus b squared. This can be expanded as a minus b, a plus b. And wherever you have this a cubic plus b cubic, this can be expanded as a plus b in bracket a squared minus ab plus b squared. So I'm going to write this in terms of this and this in terms of this. So when I start with this, I'm going to start with x plus 1, expanding this, x minus 1, and then minus 1 in bracket. I'll write this in terms of this so that I have x plus 1 in bracket x squared minus x plus 1 is equals to 0. Reopening this bracket or factoring, I'm going to factor out x plus 1 so that I end up with x plus 1 in bracket x minus 1, this one, minus of course 1 in bracket x squared minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Simplifying the inner bracket, I'm going to have x plus 1 in bracket x minus 1 minus x squared, opening the bracket, plus x minus 1 equals to 0. So this can be further simplified as x plus 1 in bracket 2x minus x squared. You add this and this, minus 2 is equals to 0. Then from here, there's a product of two functions, this and this. So it's either x plus 1 is equals to 0, or I'll write this as a quadratic equation, negative of x squared plus 2x minus 2 is equals to 0. So I'm going to have three roots for that particular equation. So for my first x, taking x plus 1 is equals to 0 and taking x on 1 on the other side, then it goes without saying that the first value of x that satisfied my equation is x is equals to negative 1. For this other side, I'll solve this using quadratic equation. A is equals to negative 1, B is equals to 2, C is equals to negative 2. Substituting all this in quadratic equation, my value of x is equals to negative of negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared, that is 2 squared minus 4 times a times c, divided by 2 times negative 1, which is a. X is equals to, of course, that is positive 1, negative and negative, plus or minus the square root of, that is 4 minus 4 minus 8 over negative 2. X now becomes 1 plus or minus square root of negative 4. If you take 4 minus 8 divided by negative 2, this can be further be expressed as x is equals to 1 plus or minus, I'm going to write square root of 4 multiplied by square root of negative 1 divided by 2. X becomes, if you simplify, I know that square root of a negative is I. So I'm going to end up having x is equals to 1 plus 2i, the square root of that negative 1, over negative 2, meaning this was my first value of x, and the second value of x is going to be a positive 1 plus 2i over negative 2. The third value of x is going to be so we have x is equals to this. That's a complex number, and another x is, one is positive, another one is negative. And we also had our x1 is equals to negative 1. This can be verified for x is equals to negative 1. Remember our equation was x squared minus x squared is equals to 2 plus x cubic. So when you substitute here 1, negative 1 and negative 1, you're going to get negative 1 squared is equals to 1. Is equals to 2 plus, in bracket, negative 1 cubic. When you take negative 1 squared, you get 1. Is equals to, when you take 2, negative 1 cubic is negative 1 minus 1. You realize 1 is equals to 1. Hence, they prove that x1 satisfies our equation. When you try sketching the graph of y is equals to x cubic and y is equals to x squared, this is how it's gonna behave. So this is my x squared curve. It means they're going to intersect with the x cubic curve at this particular point. It's gonna behave like this. So realize they're intersecting at that particular point. X is equals to negative 1 for the curve x is equal to x cubic, y is equals to x cubic. That is how the curve behaves. They're intersecting at that particular point, and other complex numbers. So kindly subscribe to this channel, leave a comment on an alternative approach, turn your notification on, and comment.